Okay, we're back to part 2. We're giving you a test on a 30-gallon quarter cable, 155 psi compressor. It's a twin, has a 1.6 horsepower motor. I've pumped up a 17-inch tire in under 2 minutes. It's completely flat on this truck. That is a 265/17 Michelin tire. I have it on another video, but I wanted to give a little test on how well it takes lug nuts off. My biggest issue I had was these lug nuts torque at 100 foot-pounds. Those guys is getting a little older with their backs. I'll show you how I used to break them loose. Good old trusty 24-inch half-inch drive breaker bar. But okay, she looks like she's kicked off now. It's should be right around 150 pounds. She's on right at 150 pounds. I have my regulator set at 100. Said it's not hot. I think it gets warm to the touch. The motor has absolutely no heat. Tank, even the hose filling the tank is not even hot. But I said I got it today. It's my early Christmas present to myself. So I've been good this year, so I get to try it out early. Anyway, safety first. Let's those of you who don't use them, I'm a firm believer in jack stands. By all means, please use one. And by all means, got your tires, set your emergency brake. No, safety first. These lug nuts here are torqued at 100 foot-pounds. But my biggest issue is, like I said, I get tired of having to break them loose. Sometimes I can break them loose, but I said the older I get, the harder it gets to do. And I had this little old 6-gallon Porter cable here. I've had it for 3 or 4 years. It served me well. I've not had any issues out of it. You can see it's rated for 2.6 at 90 psi. It's a 6-gallon tank. As far as loudness, they're about the same. I think they're 2 decibel difference. The new one here is a little bit quieter. But we'll give a whirl on these lug nuts here, and we'll show you how easy it breaks them loose. And I ain't got to fight them. So let me get my camera set back here. We'll see how well these do. Get them up there so you can see it. Okay. That's about good as we'll get. At least you can kind of see it. Got my little Earthquake XT half-inch drive. And of course, it's got the adapter for the star nuts. We'll see how well this goes here, how long it takes to kick on. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. I didn't take those off. They're loose. But as you can see, it took those critters off without any problems. And as you can see over here, here's what I like. The tank is just dropped about maybe 10 pounds, if that, maybe 5. It's not even kicked on. That's 6 lug nuts that set at 100 foot-pounds each. As you can see, it's no problem with that little Extreme XT. This is called a mini air compressor, or mini, that I got for my Christmas present as well. It's $100. It's very small and compact. I've used it. I worked on my Stang there, put a new drive shaft in it, put aluminum drive shaft. I broke all the bolts loose with this one. Where it's kind of small, it's very light, and man does it have the torque. It'll absolutely rock and roll. But I want to give you a good demonstration. That's what I was wanting to know before I bought one, is how well it would break bolts loose. This one here didn't have enough oomph to break them loose, so I moved up a notch, and I got this one on sale today for $289 at Tractor Supply. And it was their Black Friday special. Like I said, I'm tickled to death with it. It does everything I need it to do. And if you'll watch another video, I bumped these tires up here from completely flat in a little under 2 minutes. And it never come on but to the last maybe 2 pounds. So if you're looking for a good air compressor, I would definitely recommend this one. You know, short term, it's done everything I need it to, and what reviews I've read. If it lasts me anything like this one does, that there has really been through hell. I've used it for 3 years, as hard as it can go on everything and anything. And it's oil free, maintenance free. And if I get anything, if I get the service out of that one, from Porter Cables I get out of this one, I'll be tickled. But there's your quick and the dirty on a 30-gallon Porter Cable twin air compressor. I looked at DeWalt's, I looked at the Ultimate Airs, I've looked at a couple of different ones, Campbell House. This one reviewed better, it was quieter, and of course Porter Cable's been making air compressors for a lot of years. And my biggest component is this right here. It's made in the USA. The wheels are made in China. That's made in China. The handles are made in China. The rest of that is American made, American steel. So I'm a firm believer in keeping American jobs in America. I said even the motor, it's made in China, as you can see. But the compressor is made in the United States. So if I get 10 or 15 years out of that, I'll be tickled to death. But there's you the quick and the dirty on the Porter Cable. Like I said, as far as torque, I'll tighten these back up, show you how fast it puts them back on. It probably won't even kick on then, so we'll try to put them back on here. Always been a big fan of starting low nuts by hand, because unlike you see on NASCAR, you can strip these things. So no better safe than sorry. So I've got all these started. So I've got them all started. Let's get this one started. That there started. And this one started. So here you go. This impact here is set on 2. That's the torque setting, and per manufacturer setting, that's right at 150 psi. So those are torqued at right at 150, all 6. And as you can tell, our good old air compressor is not kicked on. It might be down to 100 and looks like 40, 135 psi. See, my regulator set at 100. One thing I will tell you is you keep your regulator right around 100, because I see a lot of people do these reviews and they have it set wide open. The downside of that is you lose air pressure faster that you don't need. Most impact guns are rated not to exceed 90 psi. As you can see, 90 psi maximum. Even my Cobalt that's over here, and you may or may not be able to see it, it also is rated at 90 psi max. in the manufacturer specs. It's rated 90 psi max. So again, like I said, this impact here is really served me well. It's a little heavy and awkward in tight spots, so that's hence I went to this little extreme. I got that from Harbor Freight, like I said, for about $100, and I love it. So as you can see, it took 6 lug nuts off and on fairly easy, and it's not even kicked on. It's not even broke a sweat. So if you're looking for a good air compressor, I'd highly recommend this one. Granted, I'm no expert, but I've seen my fair share of them, and it's made in the USA. So then again, that again is worth well buying. I believe in keeping jobs in America, and you're supporting an American family, purchasing stuff made in America. So I'm signing off now. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Try to give me a few likes. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you much. Bye-bye.